there we go. Our second guest speaker is Brother Sage today. And let me just introduce who he is. So Brother Sage has been a holistic, let me just get to my page. Oh, there we go. Holistic wellness expert and author of numerous holistic wellness books. Through his appointments, events, classes, and coaching, he offers holistic wellness services and fosters personal growth. With his guidance, individuals and groups are led towards holistic wellness and spiritual harmony. And he has been doing this for an incredible 40 years. So welcome, Brother Sage, to the Q&A today.
Aloha. Glad to be back. Good to see everybody.
Yes, and this is being recorded, so people have also submitted questions to me online as well, because some of them couldn't make it live. But welcome to us. And Aurea, I know you haven't had a chance yet to see his interview, unfortunately, but this is the man who talks about urine therapy. So you will be amazed by his wonder, and there we go.
Oh, fantastic. Healing water,
yes.
Okay.
So, and another one.
This is the textbook for all the courses that I teach.
Okay, textbook, lovely. So, I have quite a few questions from people who submitted questions for you. So, do you have one, Aurea? Would you like to have one at the end?
At the end.
Okay. No.
I want to hear.
Okay, so I have one here from Sophie. She says, I loved your book. I downloaded it. Thank you very much. And I've started to read it. But what other resources or materials can I read to educate myself about the benefits and of urine therapy, as I can't find anything on Google?
All right. So aloha again. There are lots and lots of books that are either available through Amazon, through websites like shivambu.org, Urotherapy site with Dr. Group. You'll look at some of the books from the 1940s, Water of Life, John W. Armstrong, Your Body's Perfect Medicine by Martha Christie. Other than these books, there's lots of content, videos, and information you can get from social media platforms, as well as my YouTube and Rumble channel. So it's all available. You just have to know where to get it.
That's right, you do. So thank you for sharing that, because now they do. So thank you. I have a question here from Brad. He says, how should I start incorporating urine therapy into my routine? And what initial amounts are recommended for beginners? He says, I want to do it, but it's a mindset shift and I'm just resisting.
Okay. First of all, let me remind everybody that this golden nectar, this is mine. You can see it's beautiful. This is 20 minutes old. All right, so this golden nectar has built-in intuition with it. Since it's from you, by you, for you, it comes with a guidance system known as your intuition. So there's no dogma, rules, or obligations when you do this practice or this journey, which a lot of people have felt called to, and it's a personal experience for a lot of people. So whether you start off with 3 ounces or go up to 6 ounces, half a liter, on it goes, that's going to depend on you and how you feel like you'll need more nutrition or you need more cleansing during any particular day. So the rule of thumb is drink as much as you can, as often as you can, and when it's time to take a break, you will.
Okay, lovely. I love that. Okay, so Sam has said, how can I integrate urine therapy with other health practices, such as diet, meditation, mindfulness, to enhance my overall well-being?
Well, it's real simple. You're going to start including it any way you can during the times of the day where you're going to be drinking fluids. Just note this, guys. If you think you're eating a healthy diet and you start urine therapy, you'll find yourself getting rid of a lot of things that you always thought was healthy, but your body is trying to tell you otherwise. because there's a lot of things, even in the vegan diet and lifestyle, that people have dropped by the wayside and have moved away from it. One thing you got to remember, that just because you're eating raw foods, because that's my orientation, live plant foods, that you can't just throw everything on a salad and put it all together, because they each have a chemistry, a composition, an enzyme that allows you to combine them properly. So just don't go all nuts with it. It does require some discipline when eating any food. So there you go.
Yeah, that's such good advice, because I think people do that and they go, but I'm eating healthy. Yeah, but the combination is not right.
Correct.
Okay, so Linda here says, I love to journal. So what is the best way to document my experiences and changing while practicing urine therapy?
Okay, so if she's already journaling, she knows how to put a pen on paper and write down her experiences, her insights, et cetera, et cetera. There's two ways to journal thanks to 2024 technology. You can either write it, or you can do voice to text and have your device translate it into script, into text.
Okay, but to get the real benefit, doesn't science say when you handwrite something, the connection to your body, by seeing it and writing it, it actually the brain waves in your neurons in your brain work better than when you listen or watch something that you've taken.
Very much. And when you're writing, oftentimes it bypasses the mind part of it, so you can write from your soul, and you'll feel the deeper aspects of what this is doing for you.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is a similar question, but I'm going to ask it because it's been submitted. Robert says, how can I become more open-minded and adaptable in my approach to starting urine therapy based on my resistance to any new information I learn?
First thing you want to do is be willing. You entertain yourself. You got to be willing to see things in a different way. You have to be willing to take a new perspective on things. One of the things I teach in classes in my upcoming book, The Inescapable Book, is using sentences that move you from the way you used to think to how you're now open to new ways of thinking. So everything that you keep repeating is what happened before. And I'm now choosing a new way to think. You can reprogram your mind and your experiences in life just by that alone. You can have new instructions to tell yourself.
Okay, lovely. I like that. Okay, so here from Stephanie, she's saying, should I consult my healthcare professional before starting urine therapy? And what questions should I ask them regarding my specific health conditions? Or am I just being too pedantic?
Well, first of all, unless they're experienced or educated in urine therapy, you're wasting your time. Because they're going to resist you, and they're going to try to convince you you're wrong, they're right, and move into our modalities. So I would look for a new practitioner to talk.
Agreed.
But they can call me up. That's okay. You can call me.
Okay, lovely. Did you hear that, Stephanie? Give Brother Sage a call. Okay, so here from Luke. What hygiene practices should I follow when collecting and storing urine to ensure safety and cleanliness? Or is this not even an issue because isn't urine clean anyway?
Okay, are they talking about storage?
Yes, I that's how I interpret it, yes.
Okay, so correct at the end there. This is antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal, you name it. So this is a very sterile, activated, structured, living plasma water. People cover it either with a cheesecloth, a sprouting bag, a nylon stocking, a coffee filter, whatever you want, or they just screw on a lid. The only reason you cover it so nothing flies in there that you don't want in the mix. Some people still think you've got to give it air so it can breathe. Well, there's oxygen in the mixture of all these thousands of nutrients. So however you do it is going to be perfect.
Okay. So Navashni says, What is the best time of day to practice urine therapy, and what methods, she's talking ingestion, topical application, should I focus with first? Because I am open to this and I'm willing to give it all a try, or is too much too soon?
Great questions. The best time of day is when you have some available. That's the simple answer. Like, again, I'm going to remind you guys, this is simpler. As long as we don't approach our own self-healing, self-care from the medical programming and the medical approach, you're going to find out it's easier than you can imagine. So whether you drink the first in the morning, the afternoon, throughout the day, I only tell people, try to avoid drinking it before bedtime if you want to sleep through the night.
Okay.
You see, a lot of ideas we have came from years and years of superstition and tradition, and let's put that aside and just keep it simple, sweetheart.
Okay, lovely. And then, what else have I got? Navash, Brad, Sophia. Oh, I have one here. From Belinda. She says, I read that you cannot eat after taking your urine. You cannot eat for the next 30 minutes. Is that correct?
You can't eat 30 minutes after you consume the urine?
Yes.
I would say tune into your body, because what you're looking at is micronutrients that have probiotics in it. I mean, we're looking at 5,661 identified nutrients. This is liquid food. It's not going to interfere with it. If you had some big meals and there's fat in there, maybe avocados, maybe bananas, maybe something, coconut meat, you may want to wait a little bit longer. But other than that, just listen to your body. There's not going to be any complications here. But you'll find out really soon if you're burping. That'll tell you right there.
Okay. Explain what will the burping be doing? Is that an indication that you've done what?
You've got fermentation going on in your stomach, which means
okay.
you find is an acid alkaline mix mash, and you're going to end up getting fermentation way too soon.
Okay, understood. Okay, so Steve is asking, how many stem cells will I get if I save my urine for 1 week and then consume it?
Trillions. Don't ask me to count them. There's trillions of stem cells. There's more. The more you allow it to evolve, that's the word I use instead of aging. Some of you guys have heard that from me. The more that increases. The same with all the other nutrients and compounds. So, by the way, some people will put a date. They'll put a label on their jar in case they want to measure how long they've stored it, but that's optional.
Okay. And he has asked, is there a way to measure the stem cells? I mean, how do you know how many you're taking?
Unless you know someone with electron microscope who can zoom in 2, 3, 5,000 times magnification, I have no answer for that.
Okay, lovely. Okay, then I've got one other one here from Sophie. Another Sophie is, I want to start doing this for my eyes. I've got cataracts. My optometrist told me it won't aid me in any way. How should I incorporate this, because I now no longer trust him?
Okay, first of all, take a breath. Eyesight is very, very important. Eyesight is very, very important. So what you're dealing with is not only the eyes and everything that functions of the eye, but you're also dealing with the liver, which is part of the reason why it works or doesn't work as well. So you're going to do multiple protocols here. One's going to be the eye cup. You guys seen this before? Mm-hmm. Right? So you can fill this up and do one eye and then the other eye, keeping your eye open and blinking. You can do the advanced method with the goggles, if that's something you want to do, so you can get both eyes at the same time. From
outer space, yes.
I know, or the Terminator. I don't know what they call.
Terminator, that's it. That's what you remind me of. Brilliant.
All right, you also want to be doing compresses on your liver. All right, the other thing I would also recommend, which I'm really big on, is foot soaks. Because with foot soaks, you're going to be able to activate all the reflexology points in the feet, and in particular, anything connected to the liver, the eyes, and anything else in the body. So doing a foot soak You guys have seen this before. I'm big on foot soaks. So put your feet in here, cover up your feet up to the ankles, and let yourself soak up the urine in through your feet for 30 minutes.
Okay, lovely. And the last question I have here is from Carol. She says, I have a newborn baby who is covered in a rash. I don't want to put cortisone cream on her, which has been given to me by the doctor. How often should I bathe her in it, and for how long?
Okay, it's going to be intuitive, but as often as you can, maybe 2 or 3 applications during the day. You can exchange it with compresses, maybe body wraps. You guys remember the old wives' tale, how our parents and grandparents would use a soiled baby's diaper and then rub it back on the baby, and the baby got healthier? Where you can do the same thing with your baby's urine or your urine, since it's not gender or age specific.
Okay.
But I'd get on it right away.
Yeah, definitely. And to do it as often as you can, you said, right?
Yeah, 2 to 3 times a day should do it.
And put them in the bath for how long? Like 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
10 minutes. Yeah, that's fine, because they're younger than we are. We require a lot more to get more body surface.
Okay, so 10 minutes for them. Okay, lovely. All right, those are all the questions I had. We actually are also out of time already, but Aurea, your hand is up. So your mic, you must unmute yourself.
Okay.
No, there we go.
All right. Thank you. First time ever I heard about this therapy. First of all, isn't it toxic? And number 2, I will say quickly, what conditions this therapy would heal or cure? And if I take biologics, is that safe for me? Because I am taking biologics.
Okay. First of all, the idea that it's toxic or it's a waste material was programmed into us years and years ago.
Okay.
A lot of that misunderstanding, and the thing that threw us all off was toilet training. Everybody here is toilet trained. So you got this negative association or this idea that urine is nasty, you're going to wipe it off as soon as possible, and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not true. And so we find out that what urine really is ultra-filtered blood plasma water, been filtered over 1 million times. So what you've got is the finest nutrients in a structured, distilled, living form.
Okay.
Okay, there's no side effects, there's no after effects. It can't harm you in any way. Now, you asked a question, you can heal something. It's really simple. My answer, might surprise you, is yes and no, meaning if you want to affect your body and get it healthier quicker, you got to change your diet, your lifestyle, work on your emotions, and get your whole body back up and running in balance again. Yes, the only thing it can heal is people's beliefs that something's incurable. And we've seen
And
that.
if I take biologics, could I use this therapy for myself?
Yeah. Can you briefly explain what biologics is? It's a new word for me.
For rheumatoid arthritis, I used to be on Humira injections. Now they put me on Kevzara, which is another, disease-modifying medication.
Right.
So I don't know. I would have to maybe research more.
Okay, here's the answer that seems to help people, and that is, if you feel in your mind you still need to take it because your doctor or your medical personnel says you should take this, right? You can still stay with it. My suggestion is to create a window on either side of taking it before you do any urine therapy, like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
All right, so the body won't start thinking it's going to be a threat and start to create an antibody and work it out, neutralize it. You will find out that over a period of time, and I can't give you a timeline or measurement, is that your brain chemistry and your body chemistry will get back into balance and you won't need that substance or drug anymore. You can wean yourself off of it.
Yeah, that's my goal.
You can do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You have anything else, Aurea, to ask?
No, that's all. Pretty good.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Brother Sage. That is it. Our time is up. Thank you so much for being with us today and always sharing your valuable insight and wisdom with us. Oh, I love the hearts. Look at that. Where are the bubbles? I want the bubbles to come. Bubbles? Is that the bubbles? There we go. Check who's on Zoom a lot. It's clearly you.
Way too much.
I will look for the books.
Kurt has just arrived. Kurt, do you want to